It's coal miner but cold, but still working on the outer box extension and getting it all buttoned up on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. I thought I was going to have more help over the weekend, and I didn't. I did hoist up a 13.5 foot piece of that ice and water barrier so I could cover both sidewalls and the top. I think that was either Friday or Saturday. Ran into an issue where part of it stuck up there when it wasn't supposed to after I peeled all the stuff off. So I'm having to kind of improvise, add an extra piece on my driver's side wall, and then I just had to cut off the excess out of the passenger side wall. Good news is it's over the thing, and I've been trying to nail that into place, cut along the edges of the cab because it does lean in just a little bit to get the edge right, and do that out here when it's like I say, well digger but cold. How cold? 13. It feels like -3. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to get this cold this quick today. I thought I had better weather yesterday, Sunday, and then into today. I thought I had better weather through most of the afternoon, and it wasn't supposed to drop and plummet in the below zero feeling temperatures until this evening. Well, it did it early. It started this morning. Kind of screwed everything up. But I still got to get work done, so I'm still out here doing it. So we'll show you what I've got done on all that stuff. So basically what happened in the warmer weather the other day, the top stuck before I could pull that side down to completely cover the side, so I'm having to do it in two pieces. I am overlapping the ice and water barrier so that it'll run down like it's supposed to. Just cut the rear pieces. Gonna try to get those up. I have to keep coming out, hammering a little bit, putting some nails in, getting inside, warming up, coming back out, doing some more, and getting inside and warming up because it's so freaking cold out here. So we're gonna get the last side of the ice and water barrier on. Then I'll attempt to start doing the diamond plate. We'll see in this weather. Yeah, I was hoping to get more of this stuff done yesterday when it was actually like 50 degrees, but then I had a whole ladder incident. I was standing on the very top of the ladder, which you're not supposed to do, and I know that, but I had to get to the top of the box. And it shot out on me, and I was basically hanging onto the truck by the lower fairing up there on the top of it, and it went out and shot against my shelf, so I still kind of was able to stand on it a little bit. But yeah, I almost dropped, and so I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done for today. So thought I'd have better weather today to reattack things, and no, I don't. But gotta do it anyway. So here's what I ended up getting done until it just got so bitterly cold that, like, trying to wrap like that corner there, it was starting to kind of break on me, and so forth, and trying to wrap around the top and the bottom edges. I got those two pieces hung up. I had to do them in pieces because one wouldn't fit the whole thing, and I did it for ease of trying to hang it up myself while being on the ladder by myself with no help. Like I say, I thought I'd have more help over the weekend, but other people's schedules didn't work with mine, I guess. You feed them and everything else, but hey, that's life. So we'll get to this later in the week and show you the other side. All right, so there's the other side, and you can't see much because it's so dark and because it's all covered in black now. Gives the box a very different look now that it's covered in all black, except for that one strip. And I was trying to fold that edge there, and of course, it was starting to crack, and I'm like, yeah, I don't need this to happen, so that's why we stopped. Now it's even freaking colder out here, and this, like I had to stop earlier about 7 o'clock because the stuff was just starting to crack on me. So, how cold is it now? So we're in some good dog points by going to the grocery store and resupplying the house and all that. Had to fill up the pickup. I had to run to Menards again to get a couple more boards so I could finish out my drawers, which I'm going to try to do a little bit work on tonight. No, I'm not sure how much longer. And then it's not supposed to get warm until Thursday, midday Thursday at least. So we're gonna have, almost 3 days here of just freaking frigid temperatures. So I can't do anything else on the outside of the box because that stuff just is breaking and cracking. And you don't want a broken and cracked ice and water barrier. It doesn't work as well that way. So, in the meantime, the next few days, I'm just going to be attacking all the stuff that's left inside, which isn't a lot, and maybe by the end of the week when we have warmer weather, everything inside the truck will be done, and it'll just be a matter of then finishing up the outside. What do you think? And we did get a few inches of snow out here before it just got bitterly cold. When it gets this cold, it's really just actually too cold to snow. It's crazy. So, yeah, I did get some more wood at Menards so I can rebuild my drawers. I've decided, I have brought my wife out here and said, all right, look, I'm not really wild about how this board stays in front of the other two sides. Wouldn't it look better if I made the drawer a little bit, not quite as deep, and had that go inside so it sits flush with the wood on the left side and the wood on the right side? So I'd like it to stick in flush right with that little panel and with that board, and we'll do the same thing down here. So it's one reason to redo the box, and so then that gives me two options for the, whatchamacallit, the latch, wherever I put it, somewhere I can't find it. I can either go on the top of the drawer or on the side here, but I have to make the sidewall shorter. I'm actually now leaning towards the top of the drawer. It might be a little harder to put that up in the carpet underneath, right there. But I think that might be easier. And then John Hallgrim, thank you again, John, talked to him today. He suggested I make the bottom rails, or side rails, a little taller than the bottom of the box and a little taller than the front, so it won't get stuck on the carpet as I pull out. It'll just slide more on the rails that are inside, which you can't see now. It's all trial and error, baby, you know. I sometimes have a really complete plan in my head, and this time I really didn't. But once I got to fit this in place and see how it was going to go, decided to change my plan a little bit, and may even be able to reuse these sidewalls. I know I have to do a new front. I could probably use the same back, and I know I have to do a different bottom because it's got to be just a little bit wider to really fill out the gap of that space. But it's sure going to be nice to have these built-in drawers right here within arm's reach while I'm going down the road. Because like I said, in the plastic drawers that were there before, that's where I kept, you know, mainly stuff. If you're starting to kind of crash a little bit and you need just a little boost, you know you can't stop and eat yet. You know, I always find peanut butter crackers, just a jar of peanuts, beef jerky, stuff with protein in it that you can just grab real quick, get yourself some quick protein to keep protein. It's so cold out here I can't even talk. Just to get yourself down the road a little farther. I find those are great snacks. Just, you know, those peanut butter crackers, yeah, beef jerky, peanuts. Yeah, so I keep some not a snacks. Occasionally like some candy bars and stuff. But if I'm really crashing, you know, you don't want a candy bar. You're just gonna keep going down. Now you want to have some protein. So that's what I find good to have within arm's reach while I'm going down the road for handy little snacks to keep you going. What do you think? And Junior O, he sent me a couple of things. First off, this one came the other day. It is too cool. Clydesdale, I know you're jealous. Look at this. It's a Rush Hemispheres pen. A little pen you can tack on and wear around. Yeah, baby. Rush, of course, is the best band in the world, the Holy Trinity. As how those of us who are big Rush fans refer to them as. And he sent me something else too. He had obviously seen the video where I was talking about the folding bike that I got. It's actually arrived. It got here last Friday. It wasn't supposed to get here until sometime maybe late this week, but got here early. So that's cool. And I showed my bike helmet in one of those previous videos. And so he sent me this bike repair set with tool bag. Because, you know, if you ride a bike at all, and when I used to ride all the time, you get flats all the time. Those two, you know, little thorns get into them, especially here out west where you have lots of thorns. So you need a bike repair kit. I always used to have one. Of course, I don't know anymore. I don't know where it is. So I was going to have to buy one, and Junior, you beat me to it. You got me the repair kit. It's got the little toolies to, you know, get your tire off, and it's got even it's a patch kit. It's got, I can just patch them maybe if it's not too bad. It's got the little bone wrench, which has all the sizes you need for doing your bike, a little 16-in-1 folding tool, and a great little bag to stick them all in. It's even got a hole in the front. You can feel the bag. So, Junior, thank you so much for sending that. And he also sent this Finish Line one-step cleaner and lubricant for bicycle chains. I'll need that too. So, thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. Well, while this video is uploading, I may still start to do a little more on the box. It's a little warmer in here. I've had the truck running a little bit since I got back from the grocery store. I got the heat blasting on high. I got the front heat going. I got the rear heat going. Now that that box is all buttoned up with insulation and the board and everything else, it's not leaking. It's holding in all the warm air. So even though it is 25 below zero is what it feels like out here, once I get the truck going, it's actually not too bad inside. So I may get some work done there. So look for more videos this week as I continue to do the drawers, the upstairs cubbies and vent stack I've got to put in up there for my duct leading up from my APU. Upstairs, I've got to finish off the little countertop area behind my driver's seat over the toilet area next to the sink. I've got to put the hinge part in and all that. I wanted to do the plumbing first so that in case I had to take that top back off, I could. So we're going to do the plumbing this week as well. Basically, like I said, I'm going to try to finish off the whole interior. So by this weekend, when it's warm again, we finish up the outside box, bring it to Sapp Brothers, get the mechanical stuff that has to get done, and we're back on the road next week. Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in for that. Yes, we got a little bit more done. Oh, well, thank you. I love you too. Despite the frigid weather, it's freaking cold. But at least got Rusty out here real quick just to do the opening and close, so you could have him in the video here. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get your comments usually within 24 hours while doing this project. And don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, and sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. There are two things that clearly differentiate animals from the human species. One, we use cutlery. Two, we can control our sexual urges. Now, you may be an exception to that rule, but don't drag me down into your private hell. All right, he's poised. He's eyeing that strip in. There it goes. And dives right up to get it. Oh yes, happy dog. Hopefully within the week, Rusty, my cushions will be there. What do you think? I have to find another place for your pet bed. All right, think you got it all, buddy. There you go.